Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program. Happy to have you with us on the program. Sort of slurred that, didn't I? We have a phone number that you can call, and there's a phone number up there on your screen. There's also the email address. You can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email during this edition of Star Talk. I'll remind you that Sam Page will be on with us tomorrow night to talk about his race for the NC Senate, District 26, that primary coming up in a few months. And he'll be here tomorrow night to answer questions about that. And we will endeavor and strive to also have Senator Phil Berger on later on. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening. You're really loud again. You must have new batteries in your phone.
No, I gave my people a choice.
What choice did you give them?
Fix the phone, or I take them fishing.
All right. Well, I guess fix the phone would be the better choice there. So apparently that's what they've done.
They don't want to go fishing with me anyway.
I don't know if you're aware of it, but Pretty Man sent in an email last night and mentioned that he really is not very impressed by any of your statements or challenges to him, and doesn't consider you to be a man of enough substance for him even to be concerned about.
Tell him you go eat crow, and he can go sit on a landmine.
Well, you can tell him yourself. I'm sure he hears you right now.
I really, hey, listen. He's a Chihuahua, and I'm in a higher class than he is.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, don't insult Chihuahuas, because there are a lot of people who have Chihuahuas and love them very much. So I'd go easy on the Chihuahuas if I were you.
Oh, I'm not talking about the other people's Chihuahuas. I'm calling him a Chihuahua.
Okay. All right. I think we understand that.
Tell your guy at the station to put you on. It's something else. It looks more like a computer screen. I see a little countdown somewhere, but you're not on in Danville, but I hear you.
All right. Now, hang on a second. You can hear me in Danville, but you cannot see me.
No.
And
but
are you watching on cable?
Yes.
Comcast?
Yes.
All right. So you hear me, but you don't see me. And tell me again, what is it that you see?
Well, it looked like something you would see on a computer. It's got a lot of behind it. It's got Star News logo,
mm-hmm.
And it looks like something from a computer screen.
Something from a computer screen. All right, Martinsville, I trust, is hearing this. Martinsville, that's on Comcast in Danville. They have audio, but the video is weird. So Martinsville is now aware of that.
Well, to finish off with Pretty Man.
Okay.
I'm considered a rock roller, and like it is, he's just a little Chihuahua.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to grow up and figure out that he's not in a class with me.
All right. I expect that Pretty Man now is looking up Chihuahua to try to figure out how to spell it, so that he can send an email in response. Once he sees how to spell Chihuahua, we may be hearing from him, but that could take a while.
Yeah, most likely it could, especially with his education.
All right. Well, we won't go into that.
Well, I will. I just ain't got nobody to pick on right now. I'm making peace with a lot of people.
Well, Tom Brady's still out there. You can pick on him, can't you?
Nah, it got old.
Okay. All right. Then Tom Brady can consider himself off the hook now.
Oh yeah, yeah, but most likely, pretty big go sit on a landmine. And he can call it a day.
All right. Well, we probably don't want to bring threats of violence into this, so we'll just
No,
let
that.
that.
In other words, I not mean him to do it, but it's just a suggestion.
So
Oh,
you're just suggesting that perhaps in the course of events, with the uncertainties that exist in our universe, is something that could possibly happen.
hope not. Oh,
But we
you're
hope
on in
not.
now.
Do you see me now?
You're on. Yes, I can see you now, and
How
I'm going to.
how many fingers am I holding up?
Okay, hold on. I'm waiting for the fingers.
Wait. Well, that shouldn't be long before that happens.
I know it's I know it's a delay, but I don't see no fingers at this time. But I see Ken Echols, Star News Live.
All right. Well, it's going to be a while before the fingers come up, so we won't even attempt that. We'll just take it that we do now have video in Danville.
Well, I want to say to the rest of the callers, I hope you all have a wonderful night. You're going to be on topic tomorrow night.
On what?
Topic. You're going to have you got two fingers up.
Oh, okay, good. No, we've got Sam Page, Senate candidate, on tomorrow night.
Okay, I will not be making fun of anybody tomorrow.
Well,
I'll
good.
probably
We
I'll try to
appreciate that.
I will be calling and just say something nice and call it a easy.
Thank you. We appreciate that, and thank you for calling.
Bye, sir.
Good night. Okay, we got that straightened out to the extent that it can be. Our phone line is open. That number is up there for you to call. You may also email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com is the email address. Let's see, which one is my email phone? I got my email phone over here. Whilst we do this. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Maydan.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Mark.
That's good. I want to send my condolences out to Dick Cheney's family where Dick Cheney died yesterday.
Dick Cheney's passed away at the age of 84. Yes, he did. And we should all, I think, good thoughts and hopeful thoughts and prayerful thoughts for his family.
Yeah. So you gonna have Sam Page on tomorrow night? Is he gonna be on the what do you call it? What y'all do? The video things?
The video thing. He's going to be, if this is what you're asking me, he's going to be remote. He's not going to be sitting here in person in my attic. So yeah, he will be on video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember what you call it. How you do that? I forgot what you call it.
Well, the one we're using something I haven't used before. So whatever we call it, it doesn't matter. We've tested it and it works.
Yeah, I seen where Dallas lost and St. Louis Cardinals won.
Well, it's actually the Arizona Cardinals. But yeah, the Cardinals did beat the Cowboys last night. That's something that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I was going for Dallas. You know, I was going for Dallas though.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that.
Yeah. When's Carolina basketball gonna get started?
They started last night. Was their first game.
Oh really? Did they win or lose?
Oh, they won. They beat Central Arkansas by 40 points, I think it was.
Okay. Thanks, Ken.
Well, thank you, Mark. Good to hear from you. Here's somebody else. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Ken, this is Jerry. I just like to make a correct statement. My dad told me how that COLA thing works, and when I spoke the right words on my phone, what I'm going to get is an $8 raise and an $18 raise, and that's better than nothing. And thanks for taking my call, sir.
Well, thank you, Jerry. We appreciate it. And yeah, whatever raise you're getting is better than nothing. I agree with you 100% on that. For the average Social Security recipient, and probably most Social Security recipients have figured this out by now, the average Social Security recipient will get an additional $54 a month in the benefit, but then pay an additional $21 a month for the Part B premium. So the net increase for the average Social Security recipient will be about $33. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
What's going on, Ken? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm just fine as frog hairs.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Y'all gonna be on virtual tomorrow night, ain't you? Any virtual or something like that they call it?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be
He's gonna be on one screen and he's gonna be on another.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
Like the school people did. The kids that was in school, they had to go on that, virtual or something they call it.
Oh, yeah. Now I understand. Yeah, that's what we'll be. It'll be like Sam Page is the teacher and I'm the student, and I'll be at home
there you go.
watching
There
him
you
online.
go. I'll tell you what, he's gonna be hard to beat. I love that commercial about him.
Which one do you
I'll
love?
tell you what, I like them all. I think I'm gonna vote for him. You can't beat Sam Page, boy. He's good.
He's a popular guy in Rockingham County.
He sure is. He sure is.
Well, you'll have a chance to ask him a question tomorrow night if you have one for him.
Well, I don't know what to ask him. But I know he's a good man and everything. I think he is. I don't know what other people think, but I think he's a good man. So.
Well, I think.
If he's done anything wrong, if he's done anything wrong, he ain't done no more than the rest of them have.
Well, I think by and large people think he's a good man. I don't think he'd be as popular as he is if people didn't think that, and he's very popular.
Yeah. That's right. Exactly right. But anyway, I just want to call in and holler at you and
well,
see what's going on.
Good to hear from you. How are you feeling these days? Did you ever work anything out with that prescription problem that you had?
No, I ain't got nothing out of it yet, Ken. I got to go to my doctor January. In January, I got to go with Greensboro, that arthritis doctor, that woman doctor, and tell her what's going on. I mean, the nurse supposed to fix it all up where I'll be on that program, but I don't know how she got me on Optima or something about a payment plan. And I told him I couldn't afford no $2,000 a month. When you don't draw the $1,200 a month, how could you do that? I mean, I told the man the only way I could take that medicine if it was free, if I was on a program, and he said it was free. Well, but he was a foreigner.
I hope that when you see a doctor, maybe your doctor will be able to make some sense out of that. I hope so.
I don't know what it is. I just don't understand it. I mean, why would somebody do that when you can't afford it?
Well, I don't know. I wish I could explain it to you, but
if it comes down to it, I'm gonna call Kevin Kennedy. I got his phone number.
Well,
I'll call too. Wants to know. I mean,
that wouldn't hurt. I don't.
No, it wouldn't hurt. He helped a lot of people.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea to make that call.
I know it. I'm going to do it. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen.
Well, we'll hope your doctor can do something about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do, because I've always been on Pfizer, not on Optima. That nurse done that. But okay. I told him, I said, I can't make no payment plan, no $200 and some a month for $2,000 a month.
Well, not many people could do that. So good luck, and keep us posted on that. I hope
I will. I'll let you know how it comes out. I'll let you know, Ken. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Well, thanks for calling, Early Bird, and good luck to you on that. There's a phone number up there that you can call. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. You can give us a call or send us an email. Speaking of prescriptions, the emailer says, Ken, I read today that the state of North Carolina has approved a 30% increase in health insurance premiums for people who have insurance through the ACA. 30% increase. Why would they do that? First of all, what you heard right. The state insurance commissioner's office announced today that they have approved premium increases for people with ACA policies. The range is 16% to 36%. So the state, that's the state portion of the premium increase, 16% to 36%. Why would they do that? Well, the insurance companies apply for that because the insurance companies say that inflation is making it hard for them to do business and make money. They say that medical costs are going up pretty fast, and therefore the insurance companies say that they need to charge higher premiums in order to continue to sell and manage health insurance plans. So they submit all that, of course, to the office of the insurance commissioner. And then the insurance commissioner's job is to consider what the insurance companies have said and to review all that information. And then the insurance commissioner then decides how much of an increase that the insurance companies ought to be able to receive. So what the commissioner has decided is, depending on the policy and other circumstances, anywhere between 16 and 36%. The insurance companies will be allowed to increase premiums on their policies that they sell through the ACA marketplace. And that is what was announced today. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, Ken?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I want to congratulate the Liberal for making another win.
Yeah, he's raking it in.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's the only one to win 2 championships, is he not? Or is he?
Actually, Citizen D has also won twice.
Okay.
And wait,
All right.
but wait, there's more. Mr. Draper has also collected prizes twice. Once when he finished first, and once he finished second, and first place couldn't use the tickets. So Mr. Draper has also collected prizes twice. But Citizen D and Liberal are the ones who have finished first twice. You are correct.
All right. And the Liberal is the only one that's done it from wire to wire.
The only
right?
wire to wire. Now, Citizen D likes to point out that was in a segment of, I think, 7 races and not a long segment. But, wire to wire is wire to wire.
Yeah. Well, just for the heck of it, Ken, who finished last in this last setup?
Oh, did I? I guess I hadn't mentioned that, had I? Everybody always wants to know who finished last. And this time it appears that it was Mr. NASCAR. If you didn't get that, it was Mr. NASCAR who finished last. I want to make sure that we've cleared that up.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you might have mentioned it one time last night, but I wasn't sure. I just want to verify it was Mr. NASCAR that finished last.
I might have mentioned last night that Mr. NASCAR finished last, but just in case I didn't mention it last night, I will verify tonight that Mr. NASCAR finished in last place.
Okay, not to bring it up again. I was just wondering. Oh, Lord. Yeah. This government shutdown, Ken, in your opinion, what do you think is the reason for it being shut down?
Why is the government shut down? I didn't quite, I get you. You're talking about the government shutdown, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, the reason, the publicly stated reason is pretty clear. The Democrats want an extension of the ACA premium credits. The Republicans say they might do that, but they're not going to do it in a continuing resolution to keep the government open. The Republicans say just let's fund the government, and then we'll talk about that later. And nobody really. Well, I don't want to say nobody's negotiating. Somebody is negotiating behind the scenes, but on the surface. There are no negotiations going. President Trump has told the Senate Republicans not to negotiate. The Democrats say, "Well, if you don't negotiate this, then we will not support any continuing resolution," and that's that. However, if you want to go to the level down below that, the real reason. And I'm not saying that's not a real reason. What I've just said is a reason. But the other reason, and maybe a more important reason, is that both sides think that they can gain political advantage from having the government shut down. They both think that. Now, both of them will not. But right now, each party still thinks that it will benefit politically from the shutdown. And that's really the reason that it hasn't been resolved.
I totally agree, Ken. Totally agree. I mean, I heard earlier this morning on the news that they might be, the negotiations they're supposed to have today might be productive in some way. But as it's been for the last 30-some days, nobody wants to make anything happen, that will actually help the country in itself. But you're right. It's all a political game, and nobody ever wins when it comes to a shutdown, ever.
Well, both parties, I guarantee you, each and every day, both parties are doing poll. They're polling voters, and they're asking voters, what do they think? Who's to blame? And right now, both of them think that they're in a position to get political benefit. At some point, if one party does a couple of days of polling and suddenly it looks like they might suffer politically, then you'll see something happen and the shutdown will be resolved. But not until one party or the other thinks they politically have to do it.
Right. Well, I know it's people are working without paychecks, and they say the air traffic controllers are having more call-ins for sickness since this thing started. And, situations like that can, not only the lack of food going to families that need it, that's not a win-win for anybody, So I just wish they'd all get it straightened out and try to work together for a change.
Well, that would be good if they do that. Of course, the House isn't even there. The House has just gone on vacation for the shutdown, so they're not doing anything. They're not even in Washington. The Senate is in Washington, but still nobody's really made a big move yet.
Well, the elections they're having in New York, Pennsylvania, around tonight. I hope Mr. Thompson don't do like he did with the last person that was elected and still hadn't been actually seated yet. So, I just don't understand that thing either, Ken. I mean, a lot of people saying that the reason she's not been seated is because she's the last vote they need to release the Epstein files. And
that was the original reason, because they would have had a vote. They would have had a vote to have a vote on the Epstein files, and then every member of Congress would have had to have gone on record voting for or against releasing the Epstein files. And of course, they didn't want to have that vote, so that's why she was not seated to begin with. But, who knows when she'll be seated.
And I think that's one of the main reasons, Ken, that the House is not at work,
Well, they probably would have to seat her if they were in session right now.
All right, Ken. Have a good evening, and thanks for taking my call.
Well, thanks for calling. Phone line is open. Well, no, it's not. Here's somebody else. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Ken, are y'all going to be showing the local elections results tonight?
I'm not doing any. They will be, and maybe Martinsville can send me some information on this. They'll have a local election results that they'll have on the air, I believe. Although they haven't asked me to take part in it.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Well, thanks for calling. Phone line is open up there. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And let's take a look over here at emails. Well, after we answer the phone. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello. Hello. Well, there is no caller. About the shutdown, the Democrats are saying it's their only leverage they have, so they're using the suffering people as leverage. They want $1.2 trillion to keep illegals on Medicaid. That you didn't mention. Why don't you tell it all, Ken? Well, the reason I didn't say that they want money specifically to keep illegals on Medicaid is that I don't know that to be the case. What's being argued about right now doesn't keep illegals on Medicaid. What's being argued about is federal credits for Affordable Care Act premium subsidies. That's for people who buy insurance through the Affordable Care Act. And as far as I can see, this particular controversy that caused the shutdown, Medicaid is not involved in this in any direct way. So that's why I didn't say that. Phone line is open. There's a number. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And let's see, this one says, Ken, that premium increase for North Carolina people on the Affordable Care Act, would that be on top of any premium increase that we might have if the federal subsidies end on December 31st? Yeah, those are two different things. So that would be along with any other increase that might happen because of any loss of the federal subsidies for ACA premiums. So that's a whole different story. Of course, we don't know. We don't know if those federal credits are going to be lost or not, because the Republicans say if the Democrats would agree to what they call a clean resolution to reopen the government, the Republicans say that they would then negotiate on the federal subsidies, and those federal subsidies could be restored in whole or in part, or maybe not. We don't know. So right now we don't know really what the situation is going to be on January 1st. It may be that the government is still shut down on January 1st. That's unlikely that it would go on that much longer, but the way things are looking right now, I guess all bets are off as to what the Democrats and the Republicans may or may not do about the government shutdown. Ken, I have a question. There used to be a whole lot of talk about people being allowed to order prescriptions from pharmacies in Canada. There was years ago, I think somebody said they were going to open it up so that we could buy prescriptions from pharmacies in Canada where the drugs would be a lot cheaper. Was anything ever done about that? Is it still illegal to order prescriptions from Canadian pharmacies? I know some people who say that they do it, but if it's against the law, how can they do it? It is still unlawful to import prescription drugs from Canada. Of course, if you buy a prescription from a pharmacy in Canada, then you're importing prescription drugs. That is against federal law. You're not allowed to do it. You may know some people who do it. By and large, what happens, and before I say this, I want to again emphasize it is against the law, but we'll get back to that in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening to you, Ken.
Good evening.
I'd like to throw a trivia question at you. I'm going to go in an entirely different direction from all of your previous conversation this evening.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
I'll throw a trivia question at you.
Okay.
What is the fastest speed achieved on a bicycle?
Ever.
Right.
Fastest speed ever achieved on a bike. Now we're talking about a pedal, not a motorized bicycle.
Correct. It's a human pedaled bicycle.
I'm going to guess that would be somewhere around 96 miles per hour.
Okay. I'm about to make your eyes spin around in your head. It made mine when I stumbled upon this by accident earlier today.
Okay.
Try 183.9 miles per hour.
On a bicycle. Now, who did that and when and where?
Okay. Look into a woman, by the way, by the name of Denise Koronek.
Okay.
Now, in all truth, she did this on the Bonneville Salt Flats. I think it was 2018. She did it she did it by drafting behind a gas-powered vehicle.
Okay, no wind resistance then.
Well, she was actually, and the way it operated was they had to get up. She was towed up to 110 mile an hour, at which point in time, the gearing in her bicycle allowed her to pedal. So then she released the tether and continued pedaling as they continued increasing speed all the way up to 183.9 miles an hour. She was pedaling that bicycle.
So she had super high gears.
Yeah.
Super high gear. Well, now, was there a point? Was there a point at which she was traveling that fast under her own power without the tow?
Oh, yes. From 110 all the way to 183.
So she wasn't being towed at that point. She was still drafting.
She was still in the draft of a vehicle that was in front of her, but she had to pedal that fast to stay in the draft. And she was pedaling at 183.9 miles an hour to stay in the draft of that vehicle.
Now, is there a picture of that bicycle?
Yeah, actually, I saw it on a documentary today on the Racer Network about the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Man, I'd like to know what the sprockets looked like on that bicycle for gears that high.
It showed what looked like a normal set of gearing, and then it dropped down and went into another set of gearing. So in other words, he had, I guess, in effect, two sets of high gear on that bicycle.
Man, I'm going to have to look that up. I want to see that bike.
It's an incredible piece to see. They showed she spent some time in a hospital where, when she was training, she crashed that bike at 110.
Good grief. Man.
But anyway, to stop and consider 183.9 miles an hour, and you're pedaling that.
I cannot even imagine.
It's worth the trip into Google to check it out, Ken.
I hope she was wearing her helmet.
Indeed. Indeed she was.
Well, now, I used to have a speedometer on a bike I had a long time ago. And, you know, the accuracy of a bicycle speedometer, you know what to say about that. It may be close, it may not be close. But I was riding that bike from Greensboro to Reedsville, and I was over there. You know where Reedy Fork Creek is between?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On from the Greensboro side, not on 29, no, not on 29, but on the road there that's outside of 29. Coming down that hill toward the bridge, my bicycle speedometer got up to 41 miles an hour.
And you were holding on for dear life, weren't you?
I was scared to death. I kept going, but I was still scared to death because I just wanted to see how far I could get the knee. So I got it to 41, which may or may not have been accurate. I don't know. But it was real fast on a bicycle. I can tell you that. But 189, that's beyond me.
183.9.
183.9. Oh, well, I thought it was 189. It was only 183.9. That's different.
I give her too much credit here.
Yeah, let's not make too big a deal of it.
It blew me away. Ken, I hope you have a good evening.
Thanks for calling. 183.9. What were we talking about? Oh, ordering prescriptions from Canada. Yes, it is illegal. If you do it, you are breaking the law. There are some people, emailer said, I know somebody who does it, and there are people who do it just in limited quantities. And by and large, people who order a prescription or a couple of prescriptions or just some personal amount usually do not get prosecuted for it. Now, I'm not saying you're free to do it and you're in the clear. I'm just saying that for the most part, they don't prosecute individuals who import small numbers of prescriptions purely for personal use. You go beyond personal use or you go to mass quantities, then they will look you up. But most people, again, don't get prosecuted for small quantities for personal use. But again, I stress you could get prosecuted. They could do it because it is against the law. I don't know that subject has come up in Washington lately. It was something a few years ago, I think during the first Trump administration, it was something that was talked about a lot. But it never got done. Very possibly the reason it doesn't get done is because the pharmaceutical industry has a lot of money that it gives to members of Congress. That could be a factor. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air.
All right. Ken, speaking of some figures, I have some figures that I run across that I saw and like to pass it on to you. And these figures are from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay? And what it does is compare the average prices, that's nationwide, the prices of September of 2021 to the prices of September 2025. Okay. All right. It says dozen of eggs, $1 and $4.84. A dozen eggs, average price September 25 is $3.48.
Okay.
Okay, it says milk per gallon in 21, $3.56, and 25 September, $4.13.
Okay.
Beef pound, $4.46. and 79 cents, and 25, $6.33.
All right.
And it has chicken down $1.50 and 25 206. And the lastly they done was bread. That was $1.58, and then 25 $1.87.
Yeah. Well, I think we've all figured out stuff costs more now than it did in September of 2021.
Yeah. And on the SNAP program.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on one second, if you don't mind. Getting back to the inflation prices, it is true that the period from September 2021 to September 2025, that includes most of the Biden administration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his first year in office, and versus the present administration first year in office.
Right.
Okay?
But most of those price increases occurred, just for the record, during the Biden administration.
Well, some of these was lower towards the middle part of his administration. They also did one in September 2023. So, I was just going with his first year and this first year.
Okay.
And they broke it down. So this comes from Pew, P-E-W Research.
Right.
And they broke his SNAP program down into diversities. And it was Hispanics that had green cards and citizens on SNAP, 22%. Blacks, 27%. And white was 4%.
Okay.
And then 40% SNAP children.
All right.
And so, all right, and let me ask you a question. Did you see 60 Minutes Sunday night when they interviewed
President Trump? No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Well, they asked him questions, and he gave his answers and all, and I give him credit for doing that. And I wish, all of them would do more interviews and let people ask questions and find out more. That he stumbled was this cryptocurrency guy that charged and he had donated to the sons, the family of our president, and he went to jail. He was arrested for the crimes that he admitted to, and the president pardoned him. And so the president was asked on 60 Minutes, why did you pardon this man? And he pleaded guilty to the crimes that they punished him for. And he said right on national TV, I'm not making it up, he didn't know the man.
Yeah, I'm aware. I didn't see it, but I am aware that he said that.
Yeah. So, I mean, they said they got all over Biden about using the automatic pen. And then this man come up and said he's pardoning people that he don't know anything about or he'd never seen.
Well, that's what he said, and then he added that he pardoned him because some people told him that he should pardon him. So that's what he said.
Right. But anyway, it's very interesting, but the only part I don't like is some of these actions that the politicians take really make the middle class and poor people. They really make the ordinary people suffer, and so I wish they'd be more mindful of, when they take these actions. And I enjoy your show, Ken.
Well, thanks for calling. Let's see, what time is it? We've still got a few minutes left. You can call us at that phone number on the screen, or the email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email. Mr. Draper knew 183 miles an hour. Let me look at the time on this. Because Mr. Draper says 183, and that's right. So he must have known. But Mr. Draper knows stuff. So congratulations to him for knowing that. 183.9 miles an hour. Here's an emailer who is wondering how to stop. How can I stop? Well, wait a minute. We'll get back. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Ken. How are you this evening?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Well, I'm still here. I appreciate you asking.
Well, I'm glad you're still there.
Yes, sir. So I want to ask you a question again, because I think I heard this before. I don't know if I heard it right. So I believe it's when Donald Trump was in office. Okay, so we was going through the shutdown, and okay, in order for him to open the government back up, Trump said the same thing that he said this time. Like, okay, if we go ahead and open back up, we'll talk about the discussion that you want to have. We'll go ahead on it and talk about that. But he never did. So that's why they don't want to do it this time, because you can't trust what he's saying. So is that true? I mean, I'm asking you, did that happen?
I don't absolutely know. I know that the Democrats said, somebody in the Democratic Party said in the last couple of days that they said the last time there was a government shutdown, the Republicans said if we would open the government, then we would get a vote on such and such thing, but we never got the vote. To tell you the truth, I have not had time to verify that.
Right.
I know that it was said, but whether it's accurate or not, I don't know.
Exactly. Okay, I understand. Okay, so I wanted to ask you that, but look, I just want to tell you and Mr. Lever, I appreciate you guys for talking to me about that voting thing. I got so bad here with my breathing and my hip, both of them going. I couldn't get out to voting. Over here at the school where I was at, they were so nice that I pulled up there, and the lady said, "Well, Mr. Jones, we can go ahead on, and we can bring your ballot out here to you." Man, I was so happy, because my hip is giving me so much problem now. I got an appointment in UVA on the 19th to go up there and talk to the doctor about having this operation. But anyway, they brought me this ballot out there. I messed up the first one. I didn't think that. Yeah, so they said, "Well, no problem." No, they were so nice. They were really nice. The two old ladies right there, and they were so nice. They went back and got me another one. I brought it back out there, and I filled it out. But they did that. They brought it out there to me, and I didn't have to get out the car. And that was
good.
So nice. And I appreciate you. I appreciate both of you all. I want to let you know that for talking to me. And And you know, if you don't vote, you ain't got no say so. You know, the guy that was with me, I told him he always complaining about this and that, and that. And he didn't go to vote, and that hurt me right there. So I told him, I said, I don't want to hear nothing out of your mouth no more. I don't want to hear nothing about what's going on because you didn't even vote. So that is.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm glad you voted, and next time I hope he'll vote.
Well, thank you, Ken, and I appreciate you taking my call, and you have a blessed evening.
Well, thanks.
Right.
Good to hear from you, and keep us updated on that problem. I hope they can help you at UVA.
I sure will, Ken. Thank you.
Thanks. All right. Where were we? Oh, Eli says, Ken, how can I stop these stupid notifications that Facebook always throws up on my phone, usually when I'm doing something else, and it just gets in my way, and I wanted them to stop. Is there anything in the world that could stop a Facebook notification? Yes, there is. You do a couple of things. You must have a Facebook page, or they wouldn't be sending you notifications. If you'll go to that Facebook page and you'll look for settings, I don't have a Facebook page in front of me, but I think on a Facebook page you'll find something you can click somewhere to open up the Facebook settings. And in there'll be a menu where you can find notifications, and you can click something in there that says, no, don't send me notifications. You can also go to your browser, whatever browser you're using, go to settings on your browser. And there's a place in settings for notifications where you can change it. And if you're talking about your phone, you can go to your phone settings in there and find notifications. And the menus are different from one device to another. So I don't know exactly what the path will be, but in that settings menu, you'll find something about notifications where you can go in there and stop those notifications. And I agree with you. They are really, annoying, and they're getting worse because there's so many things that send notifications now. And sometimes when you subscribe to something, you go to a website, you may not even realize you're agreeing to receive notifications. So you got to stay on top of that. This one says, Ken, all else aside, don't you two agree that the Republicans are orchestrating the government shutdown because they do not want to do the right thing? You have to agree that the Republicans are the ones causing all this, just because they want to avoid having to take responsibility for the harm that they are doing. You must agree, says the emailer. Well, I won't. I won't agree to that. I think that the Republicans and the Democrats, as is pretty much always the case, in anything that goes wrong in Washington, and sometimes maybe in what goes right in Washington, but mostly in what goes wrong. I think the Democrats and the Republicans have to share the blame and share the guilt and share whatever anger that we want to direct toward Congress. And that's a lot of anger. No, I would not, as I sit here, single out one or the other as being the one totally responsible for it. I mean, it goes back to what we said earlier. They both think they're getting political benefit out of it. And as long as they both think they're getting political benefit out of it, it'll go on. But this show will not, because we're out of time. Don't forget, Sam Page will be here tomorrow night. I hope you'll join us for that. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.